Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Flagstaff 2016, affectionately known as Rocket to those of us in the ICOP clan. There's a great reason for that. If you're ever curious, feel free to hit any of us up. I'm glad to tell you. He's playing the Tier 8 American heavy cruiser Baltimore.
Battle starts.
I can't really say that I'm a big fan. It has very hard-hitting shells. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But it's not particularly nimble, and while the armor is decent, it has a real hard time against most high-tier battleships. So, my opinion, your mileage may vary. You know, maybe that's your favorite ship. But, Rocket likes cruisers, and, you know, my hat's off to him. I really struggle with cruisers, honestly. I'm primarily a DD guy, although I have played a fair number of both cruiser and battleship games. Not much in the way of CVs, particularly since the CV rework. Those of you who know me, you know all the reasons why. I actually miss the old RTS style. I didn't really get a whole lot of information about Rocket, about what happens in this game. And I have not watched it until right now, so we're seeing this together. I will point out that there's a part of the minimap mod that I use that is fairly new to me. You'll see where it says no target detected there, just to the left of the minimap. Well, when you get a target, I haven't really decided whether I want to keep it yet, but it's the new default setting for this mod. It gives you some information about the ship that you've got targeted. I turned it off initially, and then I turned it back on to give it a little bit of a chance to see whether or not I actually could make good use of it, and the jury is still out. There's the Paulo Emilio. Oh yeah, AA. Back in the olden times, in the before time, USAA was forced to be reckoned with. Okay, Rocket fires up the... That's going to fall way short. Fires up the radar, lights up the Paulo Emilio, but he's aiming right at him. There's no way he's going to hit him that way. Oh, Agnevoy, how did you not see those torps coming? It's the sector reinforced. Put out a few shells, but wasn't able to hit the Paulo Emilio. And now he swung the side that doesn't have the reinforcement to the planes. I guess to angle against all those ships out there on the east side of the map. Yeah, that hurt.
The ship is on fire.
Well, not a whole hill of beans there other than shooting down 9 planes, which I guess is something. Good guys are down the Agnevoy. Bad guys are down the Brindisi. And those guns are aimed right at Rocket. I think he's just waiting for Rocket to make the mistake of firing. Rocket is angling, trying to avoid those big nasty Kansas shells. There's a fire. Now you'll notice that at 14 clicks out, what is it, about 11 seconds to get the shells there? Okay, 10 point something, about 11. Going back to work with the AA. It's dangerous showing side, but it looks like Kansas is aimed at the Veneto. that's going to fall behind him. Well, taking a look at the minimap, the bad guys have managed to secure both Alpha and Bravo. Good guys have Charlie, but as usual on this map, half the team is kind of fiddle-farting around there on the north end of the Charlie cap. Down at Alpha, Eddie's trying. He's been trying at A, but Paolo Emilio looks like he's going to try and YOLO rush the Alatorio. There's the time to radar, man. Use that radar. No, 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 radar. Hit the Paulo. Ah. Alright, well, Latorio's probably in big trouble here. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're wondering, why didn't more shells hit? Well, one of the things you can do is you can use your mouse wheel and you can scroll out a little bit. Make it a little bit easier to see what you're shooting at when it's that close and you're zoomed in all the way. Benetto's angled, so he might not get sunk here. We'll see. Right idea, just a little late on the radar. Could have made a big difference, but alright. 10 aircraft shot down, 1 fire, 28 shells on target, 30 shells on target and counting. A secondary hit. You don't see that too often in Baltimore. That Paolo just came in way too close. There's another fire. And Rocket is on track now. I think he might burn this Kansas down if he can get him burning again. No. Bad guys are down 3 ships, good guys are down 2. Amazingly, the enemy Austin is already gone. Somebody got caught out. There we go. Alright, Rocket, way to go. Alright, so that's 1 Kansas down. And the bad guys are now down 4 ships, good guys are only down 2. We got a couple of banged up ships. ZF-6, pretty banged up. Benetto, pretty banged up. Eddie's lost a little over half his hit points. The good guys still only have 1 cap, but they do have about a 60-point lead. Hopefully Eddie and Palmer are just going to kite and try to live as long as they can over there at A. At Bravo, we need the ZF-6 in that cap. He's got to deal with Z-23 and Kitakaza. Z-23's long-range hydro is pretty nasty, so you got to be careful. Watched a video on ZF-6 yesterday, today, I forget. At least one Unicum player likes the ship. It looks to me like it would be challenging to play. I think, although I didn't hear this said in the video, somebody's got to finish off that Chapayev. There we go. It looks to me like ZF-6 is probably kind of a high-skill player ship. Not that someone who's not great at the game couldn't be successful in it, but I think it's probably a pretty hard ship to play really well. It's got a lot of great tools, but it's got a lot of weaknesses as well, and I think if you're not... Well, I guess what I'm saying is the Unicum loved it, but I think the average player may not. That's probably true of a lot of ships that are kind of specialized like that one is. Nevsky takes out the Kitakaza. That leaves the bad guys with only 1 destroyer. That's the Z-23. Radar's up. Z-23 is lit, but yeah, 6 seconds worth. So, but the deal is nobody can shoot him. So it's good to know where he is. Good to know you don't have to worry about torps. But really not going to help much. Nope, that's hydro. What am I thinking? I thought it was radar. Looking at too many things. Well, I'm watching this Nevsky push toward the corner. There's the radar. Okay. Perfectly done. Z-23 is right there. You can see his hydro is now picked up rocket. He's going to angle and try to get torps on the Nevsky. He knows he's dead. Unless these torps can wipe out the Nevsky. But even if they do, he's got rocket coming around the corner. Oh, Nevsky shot all of his shells into this rock. Can you shoot him between the gap? Yeah, it would have been close. It's going to be at Z-23. This should be just one volley here and it'll all be over. Nicely done, Rocket. And Rocket, you saw there was wise enough to wait till he got around this one little rock that sticks out here. I don't know whether that's what stopped the shells on the Nevsky or not, but Rocket made sure he was clear of that before he fired. AP might have been good there, but looks like Balti's gonna, yeah, he's switching to AP. Nice job, Rocket. This ought to be great. Balti is trying to angle a little, but not enough. Oh, now he's going to show broadside. This is going to really hurt. Yeah, there's one Citadel. And you can see Rocket's keeping his nose to this Balti, which is really smart. I'd probably aim a little farther forward than he is, but still, good damage. And this guy might go for a ram. Double Citadel, beautiful shot. Now Rocket can repair here.
Our team is taking the lead.
But he opts to just, oh, okay, maybe. He does repair. Just lets a lot of HP get by before he does. Nice shot. You'll notice Rocket aimed higher into the secondary guns and superstructure. Against that angled belt armor, probably wouldn't have a whole lot of success. Meanwhile, Rocket is staying angled. And he managed to do a lot of damage there. Nicely done. Alright, so, big picture. Yeah, this game is in the bag. Good guys have almost a 400-point lead. They've got 2 out of the 3 caps, and they're pushing into the 3rd right now. Rocket put, well, he shot down 15 aircraft, started 2 fires, put 80 shells on target, and he did good damage with those 80 shells. Knocked out a system, had 6 secondary hits. Again, not common in this ship at all. Managed to sink 2 ships, 3 Citadels, really great, and helped secure the Bravo cap. A great game. And since this is going to be over here probably pretty soon, I'll just say thanks very much, Rocket, for sending this replay file in. You did a great job. It was a fun game to watch. Those of you here with me watching, really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, if you learned anything at all, or even if you didn't, I'd appreciate it if you'd consider liking and subscribing. And if you have any comments, I'd love to see them below. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you next time.